We was on a FaceTime call and we were like, we don't have any cinematic sounding songs together. Like everything is like very like Atlanta style, trappy. So I wanted to like do like a different approach on the sound. When did we realize that this was our hit?
The same minute. But this thing about me is like when I first do stuff, it'll be a hit right then and there, and I be playing it too much, and then I'm like, "Bah." And then I make something else that I'll be like this and that. So we had to just go with our first instinct with this, and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna do a video. My boy made the treatment, so I had to stick to it. But before I shot it, I remember I was like, yo, I want to do another video, like da da da. But the video came out crazy. The song came out crazy. The beat, everything.
Why them hoes keep on forcing my hand? This ain't no regular bands. In a big body, watch how I spin. Bet them people won't
And I did some weird unorthodox shit with this one. Started half the loop in Logic and half the beat in Logic. So the original loop is not even like what you hear in the song. Like you haven't even heard this part. It's like this ARP is not even in the final one. And then the original also had this. So first we started off with like some basic chords from Xenology. Shout out K, he put me on there. Simple 2-chord progression. Added some layers to that sound. Make it sound fuller. Then I added the bass line. And then just like an accent bell sound, which went like this. Also, Xenology just put some Valhalla reverb delay on it. Found this vocal chop somewhere. I think it was Splice, but originally with no effects, sounded like this. Added delay on it, pitched it up an octave, sound shifter. Yeah, I remember I called you on FaceTime. I was like, yo, that shit, what is that? That shit sounds cinematic.
Without that shit, I don't think the song would be the same song.
The finished original loop just goes like this. So once I finished that, I exported it out and I opened it up in FL, but I ended up muting the synths that we had playing and I took out that ARP, just left the pads with the bells, so it goes like this. So as you can see, the ARP is not there, and the synth that I had was not there. Then I added this accent melody later on, once I exported it. Exported that same vocal chop back in here, did the same processing. So when I'm making any beat, like what I usually start off with is like the snare and clap. Once I got that down, next comes the hi-hats. I just decided to keep it simple, but like not like a regular 8-step pattern. Made it 1/16 notes. Added the 808s. Now, if y'all recall in like the original bass line of the loop, there were 3 notes for the bass line, but JR, he doesn't like when it pitches down. So like if you keep it the same bass note all throughout, it just like keeps its energy throughout the beat. So that's what I chose to do here. And then I just used the last note right here, right there to go down. Once I had that down, added the open hats. And then this was actually the last sound that I added, but this actually ended up being like the main melody of the beat. All together, we get this. Funny story behind it is like, I was at my cousin's Jay's house when I made that beat. I was sitting on his bed, we were about to go out. I was like, nah, bro, like I gotta finish this beat. I sent it to JR, and I actually wasn't like really like liking the beat at first either. But then he called me, he was like, "No, this shit sounds cinematic." He was like, "Bro, this shit sounds hot. I need your reaction." He played it for me on FaceTime. We ended up running it back like 3 or 4 times. Like, he had me pacing back and forth in my room just like 1 a.m. at midnight for like an hour straight. I was like, "Bro, damn, this our hit right now. Y'all know the final product."
In my hand, these ain't no regular bands. In a big body, watch I spin. Got them people gon' watch with no lens. That hoe, she ain't got no regular friends. Then when I'm down, so she here when I win. Started with a house, nigga, look where I went. Pounds on pounds, I don't gotta do shit. I got this money in my pocket, now these hoes tryna tell about the rent. I had to tell her all the stuff, and now I got a girl going on the rent. Every day, a nigga make a profit.
Yo, that's how we made Force My Hand, produced by me, JR the GOAT. Project coming soon.